Hello, hello. Good morning. Okay, everybody. Welcome. We once again gather at this very difficult time because again, it's 3:30 a.m. in the morning, all right? Thank goodness it's a Friday because I would not be enjoying it if I had to fix my sleep schedule throughout the week like this. But since we're here, take a look at this. All right? Okay. We have how much longer? A little less than 30 minutes, 27 minutes before it starts. I can't wait to go to sleep. Honestly, the wind bloom thing did catch me off guard a little bit, as you guys can see here. Wind bloom, wow. But the wind bloom has never been, that alluring for me. It's not going to change much. I think when it comes to patches, things that excite me usually are new regions, new zones. Excuse me. It is 3:30 a.m. New regions, new zones, new characters, new artifact sets usually are pretty damn cool, depending on who those artifact sets are usually for. What else? Bosses, yeah, new bosses, new enemies usually are pretty exciting stuff. But apart from that stuff, I think it's very difficult to get very excited nowadays for older events and older thematics that Genshin has had for many years now. Well, I say many years, but it's really only just like 1 or 2 years now. So it is. We'll see. I see Albedo on screen, which I'm not gonna lie, it kind of makes it a little less interesting. I mean, I say all this stuff, but I think Dehya is still going to be the star of the show. Am I going to pull for Dehya next patch? Yes, I am. It's weird, right? Because most of the time it feels like that when characters get absolutely destroyed, I always want to see if there's any saving grace. Is there any hope left for these characters to rise up and perform for the player base or for myself? And while I have made videos talking about her, it's another story completely to get your hands on her and start playing her. And sometimes something may sound like it makes sense in theory, but in actuality, when it's practiced and executed, you'll see that it's far from the truth. So maybe my guess is just completely wrong as well, and she truly is going to be a character that struggles to find a purpose in the game. Athe says, "Hey Walrus, hope you're well. Finally able to catch your live stream. I really like your content, even if you are mean to Venti." You think about it like this: I am mean to Venti not because Venti is bad. I'm mean to Venti because Hoyoverse made him bad, and Hoyoverse could have done better. It's like, think about it like this: you shouldn't really get mad at an annoying child on a plane. You should be more mad at their parents for not, keeping them under control. It's a similar situation, even though in the moment it may seem like the frustration is targeted towards the child or to the kid. In actuality, more so it is for the parent, if that makes sense. I don't think Venti, there's no really fault to Venti, but it's Hoyoverse's fault for doing it to him like that, doing him dirty like that. I see everybody is gathered here. Holden says, "Warriors always keeping things real, and I respect that. It's better than overhyping characters, only to find out they are not what you expect when you pull them. Thank you for that." Yep, and I'll be honest. At times, maybe I do miss the mark. Right? I'm not here claiming that I am 10 for 10, 100 for 100, but I like to say it as it seems, right? As it seems. And I've been right a couple, I've been right more than I've been wrong. At least I have that positive track record. Do you think we'll have 6 banners or just regular? 6 banners? What? Like, is that including the weapon banners? Or all, like, 6 character banners? I don't know, 6 character banners? Do we even have enough 5 stars? Triple rerun. I mean, nowadays we get double rerun. Yeah, so I mean, triple rerun, I could see it happening if Dehya is just really bad. Or like, it's not her turn to shine. Right? For example, let's say Dehya is a kind of underwhelming character. So to get people a little more excited, to make sure sales don't plummet too much, I could see 3 banners. That makes sense. Right, so if they want to cycle through Dehya really fast, so the people who really want her will get her. The people who want to get her on her rerun, which is 99% of the player base, then they'll just move on to the reruns. Yeah, I could see that. Actually, that might be a good idea for them, to be honest. But if they're running Dehya with Albedo, that's a yikers, man. Because not to say Albedo is bad or anything, but Albedo really isn't at the top of most people's lists when it comes to characters they would really want to have on their account. I think Albedo is okay. For Albedo to be strong and desirable, they first have to fix Crystallize. Once they fix Crystallize, Albedo can suddenly shoot up, much like how Keqing rose up from the ashes and became a really good character overnight. Albedo can suddenly go from like a meh, whatever character to a whoa, I need that type of character with one little change to Crystallize. Other things about Albedo, Ayaka, if there is a third. Albedo Ayaka, if there's triple reruns, like 6 banners, that means there's 1 new character and what, 5 reruns? Who are they gonna rerun? Whose turn is it? Who have they not rerun in a while? Zhongli? Tartaglia? When was Tartaglia? Shenhe? Yeah, Shenhe. Shenhe's been a while. Tartaglia, Shenhe, Zhongli, Eula, yeah. Kazuha, very unlikely, but who knows? Maybe they'll let the floodgates loose. If they really need to make up sales for Dehya, they might throw Kazuha out there. Kokomi might be one if they're doing 6, right? Like, so 5 reruns. Yeah, I could see Albedo, Eula, Zhongli, Kokomi, maybe Kazuha or Shenhe. Yeah, Shenhe. Shenhe is also a really weird character. If I do have the chance to make videos talking about Shenhe, maybe like I think I do have more insight now that the game has developed for so much longer. Shenhe is. I mean, I'm also kind of influenced by what the Chinese forums say. If you guys know what I mean. I do read the Chinese forums every now and then, not religiously, but I see the Chinese forums talk about like 12 constellation characters, which is kind of hilarious, but it's true if you look at it from that perspective. But we'll see. When they say 12-star constellation characters, it's not actually 12 stars. It means like 2 constellation 6 5 stars. That's what they mean when they say constellation 12. But like a one example that they keep saying when it comes to constellation 12 is Ayaka Ganyu, and it's designed to be a whale bait, right? Like the perfect combination in sync character which it's hilarious. But we'll see if I get to make a video about that. Eula, yeah, I don't. If they make a Eula rerun with an Albedo rerun, they're really just gonna shoot themselves in the foot even more if Dehya's not good. I really wish she is though. Are you sleepy, Walrus? Oh yeah. I think I had about a 2-hour nap before I had to get up and do this, which is fine. Don't worry about it. It is what it is. I do get excited once the things start, but definitely a little tired. And especially seeing the Windbloom thing is like doesn't really keep me excited. What I think number one excited for is still just Dehya's kit. Let's see what she can do, right? HoYoVerse, let's see what you got for her. Once I see everything about her, well, I won't get to see constellations and stuff like that, but let's see how HoYoVerse tries to justify this. So you're watching the EN stream? Yeah. The EN stream and CN stream happen at the same time now, so there's really no point to watch the CN stream apart from if you guys want special Easter eggs, which is far and few in between. Lumi says, just got back into the game and back to watching Walrus lives. An instant. Welcome. Yeah, it is exciting. It is exciting to have older players, older viewers to come back. It just shows how long Genshin actually has been running for. 2.5 years is by no means a short amount of time when it comes to a mobile game, right? So the fact that people are still interested, still playing, even through the repeated events, says a lot. Is Dehya going to be a 5-star character? I think so. It'll be weird if she's a 4-star. Will you interview a Dehya main? Maybe. I think we need to give her at least 2 weeks to marinate with the community in order for a main to be able to really understand the details of playing Dehya. I don't think she's going to be that easy to figure out, and I know for a fact that there's going to be people who play her like a traditional pyro character, which I made a video talking about this. I don't think she is designed to be a traditional pyro character. I think she's much more akin to Toma Jin Yan, which are by no means traditional. Kisa Portals this morning, I'm going to work right now. Kisa, make sure you stay safe on the road. Make sure you stay safe on the way back. And the VOD will be here when you're ready to watch it. And if you need codes, check out the Discord channel. It'll be there. Andrea says, I've been playing this game since release, and with the average busy day of a university student, I really fail to see the supposed content lack that everyone talks about. That's true. It's depending on who you talk to, they'll give you different opinions about whether or not Genshin Impact has enough content. If you ask somebody, like not just a university student, if you ask a proper working adult that works 9 to 5 Mondays to Fridays, which are your typical people, they're mostly going to tell you that they find it adequate. They're not gonna. I don't think people would say like, oh, it's like amazing or too much or it's a perfect amount. But people will say like it's enough, right? It's enough to kind of kill some time here and there, which is all you need. Remember, people, we're not here to waste our time. We're not here to like dump 3 to 4 hours into this. I think most of us are just functioning people with other things that we need to take care of. So if you ask most of these people, usually it's fine. But if you ask people who, you know, makes Genshin a part of their identity, they take it very, very seriously. Oftentimes you'll find that it's not enough. That says, I like your video with Nick Sirius. Yeah, me too. He was very cool. We actually had a lengthy conversation even outside of the interview. So yeah, it's always great to meet content creators. They have wonderful insight, all of them. And subscriber numbers really don't properly represent how passionate or like knowledgeable or you know, good of a person they are. I guess just in general. So yeah, Nyx was a cool dude. Refresh. It's not gonna be ready yet for another, I think, maybe 10 minutes. They changed the art though, which is cool. Golden says that's actually mad true. Some people who got less than 20k just know so much about the game, and it's not like YouTube and your sub number does not really reflect how valuable you are as a content creator. And I'm not saying that for myself. I think, to be quite honest with you, my subs are inflated to a certain degree due to my timing of when I started making content. I started back in like October, November of 2020, which is just a month or two before like when the game came out. And at the time, I did a bunch of different content formats and slowly found a groove and just stuck with it. And that's why I was able to get a lot of momentum. And there people who started like a year later, they're not going to get the same level of exposure as people who started in the beginning. And especially if you cover niche topics or if you cover similar topics to very big creators, for example, guide videos or theory crafting, people really only need 1 to 2 sources of theory crafting and guide. For example, if you find Ziox, you're never going to really need a second or third opinion because people claims that Ziox has a great reputation. He knows enough about the game to the point where really any more is just excessive, right? So you end up in a situation, if you ever want to make guides, you're kind of trying to compete against these big juggernauts who already dominated like 80% of the market on YouTube. So like, yes, it's unfair in one way for the newer creators, but it's also rewarding for the people who are willing to get in and invest early into a game. So maybe it's a bit of both, right? For people who are in it, they're lucky. For people who are not in it, they are unlucky. It's just a timing thing. Maybe it's skill. Maybe it's a skill issue, right? Maybe you should have just started years earlier. But yeah, back on the point, it's just it's sometimes it pains me. I wish I had a bigger platform so I can uproot more creators. If you guys have noticed, I talk a lot with smaller creators that I truly believe in, and I have no problem shouting people out. I really want people to notice more creators in this space. I think more people truly do deserve the spotlight. More often than not, they deserve it more than I do. I'll be honest, because who am I? I just sit here and talk, right? I feel like I'm mostly just a spokesperson. Most people who are coherent and has a clear view are able to do what I do. It's just so that I did it early and I've been doing it consistently. That's why I'm still here. but there are people who are more well spoken, more knowledgeable, both better looking, if by means like more attractive, all the sorts. That's not to say I don't have my pros, right? I do have my pros. I come up with mad jokes, right? I make you guys laugh sometimes, which is a pro. Good enough, right? Get a couple kecks out of you guys every now and then, right? I even wedge in some of those adult jokes, like those mature jokes, right under YouTube's radar. That's something. You got to give me some points for that. Yeah, I danced at the Sumeru trailer, right? I dance. That's something. Got to give me some points for that. And I know the game just enough. I know the game just enough to be able to give general advice. I'm basically okay. You guys need an opposing force to everything in life. If there's really knowledgeable, meta-driven, focused individuals on YouTube, then you need people who are more relaxed, laid back, and non-focused and like inaccurate people. I wouldn't say I'm inaccurate, but I'm far from accurate. I wouldn't say that I'm truly accurate, especially when it comes to theory crafting and making up my own BS as I go. Like, come on, guys. Truly, I think I lean more to the entertainment side than actual like informative guide side. Okay, it's best to not take me too seriously, but you know, if we need to hunker down and be serious and have a conversation, I can do that. Can you twerk though? Not with these old bones, I cannot. I think I might break something. You think you're gonna pull her on 50-50? No, I have guaranteed saved up. I tried to go for Yelan and I got, what was it again? Who did I get? D-Look, right? I got D-Look instead of Yelan, so I'm guaranteed, baby. I'm guaranteed. Dehya's coming home, whether she likes it or not. I think. Listen, before we even watch this live stream, I'm going to tell you guys right now. For the vast majority of you, even for Dehya wanters, I think it's going to be in your best interest to pull her on her rerun. I'm just saying. Don't shoot the messenger. I'm telling you right now to save you the pain and suffering. There's close to no difference pulling her now versus her rerun. Okay, I'm just gonna lay it out there for you right now. No matter how we spin this, she is not ready. Okay, she is not ready, and I promise you, once she is ready, Hoyoverse is gonna rerun her. She might be reran in like under 6 months. She might get a rerun in 4 months. I'm just saying. That's how Hoyoverse has this all lined up and planned. I truly think that Dehya is ahead of her time right now. Okay. And I might make a video about this depending on how they describe her kit once I know more. But I'm pretty confident with the information that I have now that she is most likely even more severe case of Yaimiko. People are going to find her extremely awkward, which they already are, right? Like, and theory crafters can't even really make sense of all this stuff. You know, it's bad when theory crafters whose entire job is to theorize the potential of a character is struggling. Think about it. Like, how messed up do you have to be that even in copium theory BS, right? Mental gymnastics can't even save you. Like, what? Do you guys realize how bad a character has to be in the moment if mental gymnastics from your own mains can't save you? That is that is if Mihoyo was a chef, Dehya would be an undercooked dish. True. Or she's a dessert that is coming after your 57 main course. It's ridiculous. Golden is asking, "Was ever thought of making a VTuber model? That shit is way too complex for my old ass to handle. I don't like. I barely get my webcam working on a daily basis. You think I'm gonna be able to figure out the VTubers? Golly, I mean, if I had the money and time and patience to do it, maybe, but I can't. I can't deal with it, people. How old are you, Walrus? Guess. I mean, most people in chat knows. If you guys been watching me for like a while, you guys know. Dude, I'm old enough to the point where if I twerk right now, I honestly might break something. I'm 168 closer to Zhongli than I am to you. Just kidding. I am not closer to Zhongli than I am to you. The guy's like, what, 4,000 years old? Look at you young whippersnappers. Life must be good when you can still stretch without hurting your bones. You guys, people who are not in their 30s yet right now don't even know what true discomfort is until you reach that point. And then your 40s is after your body has mostly adjusted to the constant pain you are in your 30s. Not the pain, the constant discomfort. And your 40s start to fall back into normalcy. In your 50s is when you start to feel your body like transition, if that makes sense. In your 50s, it's like, oh my god, I can feel myself passing through like a different phase of my life. It's like physically, you can experience it. In your 60s, goddamn, in your 60s, that's something I don't even want to think about. Where is the stream? Hello? Okay, there we go. It's 4. Please. Oh no. Just like Dehya. It's not here. They're not ready. Oh, they are. There they are. They are live now. With what? Come on. Where's the Dehya mains? Are the Dehya mains represented in chat? What is going on? Okay, hit us with that Twitch ad because they need that ad revenue. Okay. Here it says 0 people watching. Very cool. I can't even play this because I probably immediately get demonetized.
For fear of the unknown, or for power which you covet.
That's Dehya mains right there. Dehya mains begging Hoyoverse.
I've never seen anything like this in all my life. What in the world does this place conceal?
You have a troubled look on your face. What happened?
I can't take it.
I think that he might have seen you.
Fate has not granted you the right to enter this place.
The greatest should never live to remember their fall.
Let's get it on!
Dehya, the flame main.
Hi! You're dead meat!
Am I now? Okay, she's got that like Ito vibe.
I'll make
That's Mika.
navigate it safely and report intel on the enemy.
The voice is kind of a little weird.
Precision strike.
Precision strike.
Let's keep going, team.
Is he a polearm user? A polearm user.
That's Kai, right?
Why is this humble windmill such a great view?
I mean, it's understandable. It must have been a long time since you last came to Mondstadt.
Because it is the true great Vayu Viastra?
That's it. Think you've ruined Sumeru's reputation in Mondstadt beyond all hope of repair.
Was that Tignari? I thought he had the whole scandal thing. Here, get your guys' codes. I thought Tignari voice actor had the whole scandal. Not a scandal, like his like he got replaced, right? Was that the old voice actor or the new one? I don't even know. Yeah, so they probably recorded that far in advance, right? But I heard he's getting replaced, which wild. It always baffles me to think that these people can try to pull something like this and expect that to not get caught. It's just like, bro, right? Like, how could you possibly think you were going to get away with that?
It was good, travelers.
It was
Welcome
good.
to the Genshin Impact version 3.5 special program.
Look at Dehya's
I'm
smoky
Koida,
eyes.
the voice of Albedo, chief alchemist of the
Look
Knights
at
of
those
Bonus.
eyes, beautiful.
And today, as you all can see, I am joined by...
Hey, wait, that's my intro. That's what I
Yep.
usually say. Hey everyone, I'm Zach Aguilar, the voice of the male traveler, Ether.
What's up, everybody? I'm Amber May, and I voice Dehya. And to match
Dehya.
Albedo's long and official-sounding title, I'm gonna introduce her as Sumeru's legendary Eremite mercenary, the Flame Mane.
That sounds really cool. I like that.
Yeah, I really like that title.
Albedo's legs are so damn
And it
long
just so
that it's
happens
kind of
today is
freaky.
Amber's first time joining us on
Look
the
at
special
it.
program.
Yes!
I'm sorry,
I am
just-
super excited
Just
to be
look
here.
how
And
long this guy's legs are.
Dehya,
It
she's
doesn't
so
look
cute.
normal.
I can't wait to go over everything that's coming to version 3.5. I'm so psyched.
Totally, and I know all our travelers out there are also super excited, so why don't we kick things off by starting with our first new playable character for version 3.5, Dehya!
Woo! Starting with Dehya. Let's go!
Yeah. Okay, so it's taken a while, but she is finally here.
That's right. And even though she's technically a new playable character, we've already seen Dehya in the game for a while now, and
Yes.
she's even become a good friend of ours.
She
was
has.
pretty active throughout the Sumeru storyline and helped us get through some pretty tough moments. So next, we'll let Amber do the honors and introduce this character for everyone.
Thanks, Zach. As you mentioned, a lot of players might already feel familiar with Dehya's character. Even though she might appear carefree and casual, she actually possesses amazing skills and is really professional.
Does she
She's
now?
already made a name for herself as one of the strongest members among the Eremites. And even in the midst of danger, she has an uncanny ability to make others around her feel safe, you know?
Right? It seems like no matter what kind of situation we're in, as soon as Dehya appears, everybody can relax knowing that we're in good hands. Is that what Dunyarzad feels like having her around? I mean, I wouldn't mind hanging out with Dehya all the time.
And now that Dehya will be available as a playable character, travelers will have a chance to learn a lot more about her.
That's right. So let's watch some clips of Dehya. You might find that she's a little bit different from your initial impressions.
Oh yeah.
We mercs have one
Oh.
simple rule. Whoever pays the most is your new boss. Let's get it on! Hi! You asked for it.
Like, it's cool. It's really cool. I may know a little bit about her kit, but I've never seen the animations of it.
Did she have a flip phone? Do they have phones in Sumeru?
No, that's actually her makeup box. She uses it to keep her makeup fresh, you know, even when she's out on the job. In fact, she's always looking for a chance to go shopping for accessories with Candace.
Interesting. So she's got a more, like, I want to say, refined side to her too? I feel like that's not really a common thing among, like, merc types.
I'm just okay.
Yeah, the mercenary lifestyle can be pretty rough.
I'm just
she's
thinking.
not always on the job.
Her kit.
She lets another side of her character show when she's off the clock. You know.
Her kit looks like she's an
I
on-field
see, I
character
see.
though.
But
That's
I'm sure
weird.
what everyone wants to know now is what her abilities are like in a fight.
Right.
Yeah, did you see her punch stuff?
Dehya wields a claymore in combat and carries a pyrovision. She uses fiery attacks to leave enemies smoldering in her wake. Literally smoldering.
Ooh, fiery. Yeah, just like her.
Totally. In battle, Dehya uses her elemental skill to create a fiery sanctum field. When an opponent within the field takes damage, it'll unleash a coordinated attack, dealing AoE pyro damage to them.
Nice.
AoE.
So, looks like this ability will be really good for swapping characters and creating elemental reactions.
Also, active characters within this field have their resistance to interruption increased, and when such characters take damage, a portion of that damage will be mitigated and taken by Dehya instead.
She's so brave.
You know,
Taken by
kinda worried
Dehya.
that
Wait.
could easily find herself in a tough spot.
Don't worry too much. There's a limit to the amount of damage that Dehya
Can
can
she
take for
heal?
her teammates. Besides, when her own HP is low, she can also rely on her own passive talent to recover HP.
Okay,
Awesome.
she
Sounds
has
like Dehya's pretty tough.
self-sustain.
And she has boundaries, which is healthy.
Well, she is kind of a legendary mercenary. I think that comes with the job. All right, let's move on to her burst. When Dehya unleashes her elemental burst, she casts her claymore aside and enters the blazing lioness state.
Rawr.
Epic.
While in this state, Dehya will use her fists to unleash quick attacks on her opponents, dealing considerable pyro damage. When the skill's duration ends, she will finish it with a stylish flying kick. Ha!
Nice.
Yeah, nice, right? And last but not least, she has an exploration talent. During the day, which is from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m., the movement speed of party members is increased.
Yeah, no, that makes sense, lore-wise, you know, since she's one of the
Oh my
strongest
goodness.
mercenary from the desert.
Oh, wait a minute.
I guess keeping the pace up even under the scorching sun
Oh,
is
this is
just
hurting
another
my
day on
head
the job
because
for her.
Totally.
I thought
Everyone might be familiar with her strong and bold character, but her closer friends know that after she's had a few rounds,
Okay.
she'll start to get into some more emotional topics. In her story quest, Manticora chapter, the Traveler and Dehya work to solve some trouble Dehya's mercenary group is facing. In the process, we'll learn more about Dehya's backstory and uncover some things that have been buried in the past. Oh, another familiar face, Dunyarzad, will also be making an appearance in the quest. So, be sure to look forward to that.
Oh, heck yeah. So when will Dehya be available in the game?
Good question. Okay, so event wishes for version 3.5. In the early part of the new version, both Dehya and Cyno will be available with their own event wishes. Oh, and
What?
as a reminder to our travelers out there,
She just-
Dehya will not be an event-exclusive character. After the version 3.6 update, which, to be clear, is the one after this upcoming 3.5 update, she will become available in the standard wish. And as for weapons, the 5-star Claymore, Beacon of the Reed Sea,
No.
will be available in the version 3.5 weapon event wish.
No.
I know. And Faruzan's very own Hangout quest will also be added in version 3.5. So if travelers are interested in getting to know
Wow.
more about one of Sumeru's oldest researchers, then you definitely won't want to miss this. In the Hangout, travelers will not only be able to see more about the differences between the academia's various schools of thought, but you'll also get to know more about Faruzan's personality and background.
She is such an interesting character, so I'm sure her hangout will be equally entertaining. Be sure to check it out.
Oh, I will. In version 3.5, travelers can also expect an all-new Archon quest titled Kari Bear, which will continue our story as we search for our sibling. In this quest, travelers will not only meet Kaya in Sumeru, but will also be joined once again by our mysterious friend, Dainsliff.
Ooh.
Yes. Oh, if I remember correctly, Kaya is also a descendant of Conria. I don't know, I'm just curious what'll happen if, those two meet or something.
Ooh, you're right. That'll be interesting.
Also, what was it? Kari Bear? Kari Bear? Isn't that, sounds like the name of a sandwich.
Actually, Kari Bear happens to be the name of a very important role in this storyline,
Okay.
and a lot of events in the story will be unfolding around this character. As travelers progress through the story, we'll learn more about Conria and the Abyss. We'll uncover more about what happened in the past and even learn some secrets behind the founding of the Abyss Order. Also, travelers will find themselves facing a powerful new Abyss Herald as well as a new Black Serpent Knight. So be careful, Koi.
Why is everything gotta sound so scary? Why can't he be the Black Serpent friend? I don't know, it just feels like every time Conria crops up in the story, we learn a little bit more about the world of Tevat.
Huh.
So what else can you tell us, Zach?
I can't say much more about the story. You're just gonna have to play through it yourself, Koi.
Well, maybe
Just
you
play
can
through
maybe you can just, whisper it in my ear. Like
The new
a little
enemies do
chibi
look
ear right
cool.
here.
Yeah, I could.
That bulky,
But I'm not gonna.
Looks like we have
Axe.
a lot of story
Dude,
content to look forward
I
to
like
in the
those type
new
of
version.
enemies.
Oh, wait a minute. Wait. Aren't we forgetting something or someone?
Oh, nope. I didn't forget. We have a second playable character landing in version 3.5, and he's actually from Mondstadt.
Just Mondstadt! Okay, you guys ready? 'Cause we finally made it to Mika.
Woohoo!
I'm not sure if everyone remembers this young member rising through the ranks of the Knights of Avonius, but we have seen him before.
Yeah, I remember he was the one who read the Grandmaster's letter during Vine Lace Effect.
Mika is a character
He
that's
kinda
kind
looks
of
like a little prince.
mysterious
Kinda
to me.
Yeah, he does have that kind of vibe. And since he's from Mondstadt, I think we can let Koi introduce this one.
It would be my pleasure. Mika is currently the Knight's most active cartographer and plays an important role in Eula's reconnaissance company. Even though he lacks social skills like Zack and doesn't appear to be particularly strong, Mika is meticulous in his work and maintains a good working relationship with his colleagues. He's also capable of fully understanding his leader's commands, which is pretty useful.
Yeah.
And his leader is Eula, right?
That is correct. The interesting thing is that he's able to understand Eula despite her awkward way of speaking, and will even assist her with communicating with other units.
Whoa, respect.
Indeed. Over time, Mika has gradually become a very reliable member who could handle a variety of tasks.
Where
and
are they
errands.
going with this?
But why am I telling you when we could just, watch a quick trailer and see what else we can learn about Mika?
Yeah, let's watch the trailer.
Woohoo!
Trailer time!
Verifying our current position, measuring distance to target area. All right, I've recorded the terrain conditions. Providing cover fire. Leave the wounded to me.
Oh, is he healing? Is he a healer? A cryo healer? 4-star?
Who gave this child a crossbow? That's what I want to know. I mean, I guess since he was deployed as part of Grandmaster Varka's expeditionary force, it was him? I don't know. But anyway, his exceptional performance helped him gain the Grandmaster's trust, and he even taught him a couple of things. This training no doubt helped Mika develop a certain level of combat prowess.
That's a lot of particles.
even
If you
he
guys look
himself
at
wasn't aware of it.
if you guys, was that like
For
4?
example, even though swords tend to be the weapon of choice among the Knights of Avonius, Mika uses a spear and a crossbow, which is a result of his combat instruction with Grandmaster Varka. His mentorship and focus on flexibility helped Mika find a combat style that is more suited to a little guy like himself.
Huh. Shakes it up a little bit.
Yeah.
Also
The
makes him a
Grandmaster
great
seems to think
Favonius
outside
weapon
of the
user.
box, and having a mentor like him will definitely be a big asset for Mika as he continues to grow.
For sure. All right, let's check out Mika putting his variety of skills to use in combat. As a support role for the Knights of Avonius, Mika has learned a variety of methods for assisting his teammates in combat. When he
Attack
uses his
speed?
elemental skill, he'll attack the enemy with his crossbow, increasing his teammates' attack speed
Oh.
and physical damage.
Heck yeah.
Wait,
And
what?
when he
Physical
uses his
damage?
elemental burst, Mika recovers HP for his teammates and gives them a special status effect. Wanna guess what it does?
What?
Tell us.
This status causes teammates to regenerate HP whenever their attacks hit an enemy.
Ooh, that's helpful.
That's lifesteal.
So yeah, no, Mika spends a lot of time working in the wild, and
Wait
he's
a minute, this
developed the
character
necessary
sounds-
survival and
This character
adventure
sounds
skills.
kind of broken.
When Mika is on the team, the location of nearby resources unique to Mondstadt will display on the minimap, increasing the team's ability to find necessary resources while adventuring.
Wow. Yeah, I can see he has a lot of support skills.
Yeah, it's always good to have a reliable member on the team.
Wait a minute.
So, let's talk about the event wishes for the later part of version 3.5. Travelers can expect
Ayaka and
to see Kamisato
Shinta.
Ayaka and Shunhe returning with rerun event wishes alongside Mika. So if you'd like to add Mika to your team, then you definitely won't want to miss this.
Great. We've already covered a lot of content, so let's take a quick break here before we dive into some other version 3.5 reveals.
Okay.
It's time for another redemption code. Everyone ready? And code incoming!
Redemption code.
Okay, we gotta talk a little bit about Dehya. It's like, sure, they're doing her dirty, but they're also making her basically much easier to get. Like, I know it's copium to say stuff like this, but yeah, once they announce that she's a standard banner character, there's really no point to theorize much more than this. It's over, people. Like, she's going to be a good character at best, and that's just gonna be that. God damn it. Oh, I was hoping for something a little more exciting, but yeah.
Next, we'll be covering the events coming our way in version 3.5. As you can see, the main event will be the Windbloom Festival.
Ah, there's nothing like the soft Mondstadt breeze on your face.
So true, so true. I'm sure many of you are already familiar with the festival. With time, it has become an important celebration of freedom and love for the people of Mondstadt. During the festival, people give fresh flowers to the ones they love and follow the important tradition of offering their Windbloom to the Animo Archon. Kale, who's now been cured of Elazar, will once again make her way to this nation of freedom during this romantic and colorful festival.
Aw, I want to go.
Cool. Excited to see her.
Well, it gets spicier because accompanying her for the trip is Tainari and Sinao.
Ooh, interesting. It feels unusual to see them all come to Mondstadt.
Right? It's like all our friends from Sumeru took a field trip. Kale will be playing an important role in this storyline, and upon arriving in Mondstadt, she finds a mysterious prophecy in a book. They must complete the 4 pieces of the prophecy in order to light the lantern of utmost joy and receive a supreme blessing.
Okay, so I'm assuming this supreme blessing would do something like granting your wish, right?
That's right. In the course of helping Kale find leads about the prophecy, travelers will get to know more about Kale's background and see how she's grown to be the person we know and love. Of course, we'll also be meeting lots of familiar faces throughout the event, so I'm sure there'll be plenty of smiles as we reunite with some old friends.
Right on.
Oh, sweet. Sounds like we'll be making some great memories in this one. Oh, by the way, did you two notice Timaeus standing in the background there? And there's a girl with him.
Nice catch. How did you notice him? He's got such NPC vibes, just kidding. Yes, Timaeus will be playing an important role in this event, other than standing too close to the crafting table. But as for who the girl standing next to him is, we'll have to play through the story and see.
Ooh.
If they're appearing in an event like Windbloom, then it looks like it'll be a romantic story, am I right?
Like I said, we'll see. Oh, in addition to the festival storyline, the Adventurers Guild will also be preparing some fun events for our travelers to participate in and experience the holiday vibes. There will be 3 available game modes: Floral Pursuit, Ballads of Breeze, and Breezy Snapshots.
Yes.
Awesome.
Ooh.
Ooh is correct. In Floral Pursuit, travelers will need to continuously collect bloom balloons to increase their score. After collecting a set amount,
I'm gonna lower their volume a little bit because I think I'm about to say something a little more important than what they're telling you right now.
Bloom balloons in the final area, a ring of
I
pursuit will
think
appear.
Mika is not designed for Eula. I think Mika is setting up future physical DPS characters, and that's why Eula is not even being rerun with him, because he's not designed for Eula.
Pursuit point and be returned to the start point of that area.
That's what I think. I'm sorry I've been quiet, but that's what I'm thinking. Like, why don't they rerun Eula? But maybe their plan is not to have him fully support Eula.
In co-op mode.
Wow, looks like that'll be fun.
Like, I'm sure he can help Eula, but ultimately I think he's going to benefit other physical carries in the future.
I thought you would,
right?
Because the next thing is a rhythm game. It's called Ballads of Breeze. This time, travelers will be able to choose from 3 different instruments and use their instrument of choice to play through the song challenges.
Nice. And will that actually affect the sound they hear in the game mode?
Yep, the instrument they hold and play will be different.
Ah, cool. I see.
While performing a song, different notes will appear on the screen. When a note falls on the decision line, press the decision line to score points. The amount of points scored will vary depending on your timing, and a rank will be awarded according to the amount of points scored, and you'll be able to claim the corresponding rewards.
Sweet.
Oh, and as with previous iterations of the game, there will be a function to calibrate the input delay of your device and adjust the decision line, which will improve the overall experience, just in case you're playing on your toaster. Oh, and for travelers who are interested in getting a little deeper into the game, an editing mode will be available again for players to create their own beat maps, which can then be shared for other travelers to challenge.
Can't wait. Sounds like fun.
Yeah, sounds like a lot of rematches.
You're on.
And finally, we have Breezy Snapshots, which will have travelers once again making use of their trusty camera. Travelers will be given photography targets and will need to travel to the corresponding locations to snap some photos.
These quests are very difficult for me.
Just for my photo album.
Beautiful. During the Windbloom Festival event, travelers will have the chance to obtain an exclusive 4-star Claymore weapon called Mailed Flower.
Aw, nice. I like it. Really fits the theme.
Right? Yeah, pretty flowers. I love them. I really hope travelers will enjoy all the different games that the event has to offer and join the people of Mondstadt for the festive atmosphere.
Definitely. I can already feel the Windbloom's breath.
Anyway, next we have another event also taking place in Mondstadt called Spices from the West Northerly Search.
That's right. Some of you may remember that there was a Sumeru scholar we helped once when we were in Liyue.
This one.
Apparently her research gained the attention of Lord Sangamabe, Dory, and now she's received additional funding. This time, the scholar has come to Mondstadt to find people to assist her research and taste test some special dishes with seasoning.
Oh, if she's got Dory's backing, then she should have all the Mora she'll ever need.
That sounds really nice. So what can we expect this time around?
Right, so the gameplay for this event will be pretty similar to last time. After we start creating the seasoning, we'll need to add the ingredients to the pot in the right order by hitting the button as the needle points to the corresponding ingredient.
That's gonna destroy my whole brain.
However, we have a limited amount of attempts, so we need to add all the required ingredients with as few mistakes as possible.
It's not a hard event, but it's very underwhelming
gradually
of
unlock
an
throughout
event.
the event period.
I'm sure this won't be too hard for travelers that are familiar with cooking their own dishes.
Oh yeah, I always cook. I cook all the time, yeah.
Sure.
I know what you are.
Travelers can add their completed seasonings to delicious dishes to obtain fragrant dishes. We can also invite characters to taste test the fragrant dishes in the Serenity Pot to increase their companionship experience. After they taste a dish, we can hear their responses, which will vary based on the character's personal preferences. This will test how well travelers understand each character's personal taste.
Oh no, that's gonna hurt my feelings. Because even if it's a fragrant
There's
dish,
no new zone
that
either.
doesn't mean that
No
every
new artifacts,
character
it seems
is
like.
going to like it.
Oh man, this is gonna be an
For our
interesting
next
one.
event, we will be heading back to the lands of Sumeru. For those of you who remember the Beast Tamers tournament, this next event is related to that. However, the format will be pretty different from what you might expect. Because the Wisdom Orb is still in its stages of theoretical research, it might be a while before our next competition.
Okay, but have you considered that I want it now?
I know, but don't worry. To keep discussion alive and the competition fresh in everyone's minds, the organizers have put together a new event to spread the word. They purchased the rights to Theater Mechanicus in Sumeru and incorporated some fungi elements to design a completely new game called Fungus Mechanicus.
Seems they're putting a lot of effort into promoting the competition.
That's right.
So,
Very
what will the rules
original.
be like for this event?
I'm gonna tell ya. In Fungus Mechanicus, we will be controlling pieces that look like fungi, aptly named Little Fungi. Our enemies will be Mechanici, which I'm sure many of you have seen before. The little fungi will automatically attack the nearest Mechanici, and travelers will be able to select the little fungi and control their movement or order them to attack a specific target. During the challenge, we'll need to command our fungi and defeat all the Mechanici to clear the stage and receive rewards.
Hey, wait, did you say we're gonna go up against the Mechanici that we were controlling in the previous Theater Mechanicus event?
What's wrong, Koi, huh? What's wrong?
What do you mean, what's wrong? They were our friends.
Look, they're attacking your little fungi now.
Oh gosh,
This is
you're
like-
right, they need to die.
It's okay. By using Marvelous Jelly, we
That's
can
like
let our little
StarCraft,
fungi unleash
Warcraft,
their skills.
those
Using
kind
these
of
skills
games.
at the right moment is the key to achieving victory. Marvelous Jelly will be gradually restored over time,
Like,
and
this is
plauditory protection
is
will randomly
Warcraft.
appear during the challenge, granting an additional amount of jelly.
Looks like we'll need some strategy. Like, you have to plan out every move.
Of your betrayal.
Some familiar friends from the Beast Tamers tournament will be making an appearance too. Oh, do you guys remember Bongo Head and Twirly Whirly?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Travelers
TFT
can
or
feed their
TFT.
fungi Marvelous Jelly to interact with them too.
Ooh.
In addition to these events in Mondstadt and Sumeru, the upcoming version will also include the Vibro Crystal Verification Challenge event. An engineer from Fontaine has arrived at the outskirts of the chasm to study the harmonic motion between gems known as vibro crystals and collect data in an effort to clear the name of his colleague.
Interesting. So he's helping out a colleague. What happened?
Well, apparently, after completing his vibro crystal research, Patrice returned to his home nation, but came under suspicion for faking his research data.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, so now he's found someone to come to the chasm in his place and verify his findings.
Ooh.
Sounds like it isn't easy being an engineer in Fontaine. That's why I stick to beating up bad guys.
Nice.
Yeah, from the sound of it, we're still gonna have to fight here, too. In this event, travelers can connect transmitter and receiver crystals and attempt to produce various effects that will allow you to defeat your foes with ease. Score points during the challenge, and you will be awarded medals based on the score, and receive the corresponding rewards.
Whoa, okay. So there's a lot going on here with the crystals and effects. Can you give us more details?
Sure thing. I know it might sound a little complicated at first, but honestly, it's not too tough once you get the hang of it. The various effects are basically
You know what's
buff
funny?
effects that we can
I
receive
spend more
during the
time on
challenge.
this page
And these
with my
effects
buffs.
are triggered by combining transmitter.
I
and
spend more time
receiver
here than
crystals.
actually in the stage
Transmitter
fighting.
crystals are the conditions
That's
for
what's funny
triggering
about
the buff
this.
effect, and receiver crystals are the buff effect that occurs once those conditions are met.
Oh, okay. I think I got it.
Yep. And to conduct the experiments, travelers will need to assemble 2 teams of characters, as well as the corresponding vibrocrystal harmonic schema. Travelers will then carry out 2 rounds of combat, and for our newer players out there, there's no need to worry. The event will also provide trial characters to assist
Checking the
everyone
virus
in
what
completing
are the
challenge.
banners? It's,
Oh,
believe it
nice.
or not,
Looks like this event will also
Dehya,
be awarding different tiers of
Sino,
medals.
In that
Ayaka,
case, I'll aim
Shinhe.
for-
And
The highest
Dehya
tier?
is
The garbage
a
can?
standard banner
No.
character.
No, just aiming
She's
for
gonna be on the standard
participation
banner.
rewards. Yeah.
My gosh.
I like my
Starting
suggestion.
3.6,
Anyway, Amber, what else is
you'll
there?
get
In addition to
Dehya
the events
from
we've
the
already
standard
mentioned,
banner.
version 3.5 will also be featuring the classic Leyline Overflow event, which will give travelers the chance to stock up on character experience books and more. I'm sure
Oh
many of our
boy.
viewers are pretty familiar with this event. It's super helpful for those who are looking to level up your characters, so be sure not to miss it.
All right, switching gears. In version 3.5, a limited time heated battle mode will be available in Genius Invocation TCG, which will feature some special rules.
Nice. So, what are we looking at here?
Basically, this mode will be all about reducing the cost of elemental dice. So, the number of elemental dice required to play the first card from your hand every round will be reduced by 2. Also, the number of elemental dice required to use the first character skill each round will be reduced by 1.
Okay.
Yeah, from the sound of it, the pace of the game will be much faster.
Yeah, I like it. I hope all our Genius Invocation fans will enjoy it.
Last but not least, we have a system-related update. I think you'll like this one. After the version 3.5 update, the game will be adding additional rewards for completing Archon quests. Upon completing each Archon quest, travelers will receive 1 Intertwined Fate, along with a variety of other rewards. Once the update is complete, travelers can view the tour guide feature in the Adventurer's Handbook to claim the corresponding rewards.
Some free summons.
More Intertwined Fate! And just don't forget to claim it after the version update. I kind of do that sometimes. And with that, let's get to today's last redemption code.
Redemption code, sounds good.
Huh. Yeah, so Dehya is truly dead on arrival. There is no buts and ifs and whats and nots. She is done. She, like Hoyoverse, is quite literally for some reason giving up on her sale value. I think they have something big coming up. That's why. Like I said, your money isn't going anywhere. Hoyoverse will get it in the end. It's just when and how, and on what banner they get it from you. So the fact that they're willingly sacrificing Dehya to the wolves, or Dehya to the wolves, not to the wolves, but like they're willingly sacrificing her, means that likely they have something big planned and they're gonna make that money back, which makes me very curious what's coming in the next patch, because they gotta pretty much make back the money and then some.
I can't believe how fast that went. Like, we're already at the end of today's program.
I know, this whole thing just flew right by.
Yeah, it really did. So, Amber, how did you enjoy being on the special program?
I absolutely loved it. Like, I'm so hyped for this new version. I'm hyped for Dehya and Mika, and I'm a little biased, but yeah, I'm pretty hyped for Dehya. She looks super strong, and she looks like
your
she
character
kicks
is gonna
butt,
be
you
a
know?
standard banner
I'm
character.
excited for all the new
She ain't even
storylines,
limited.
and yeah,
She
I
ain't
think it was a good
exclusive.
idea to bring me on.
Oh my gosh. I am simultaneously
I'm
really
funny.
impressed and kind of livid.
Y'all
How
love
dare
me.
you?
It was so good.
I'm really
Oh.
excited for the little fun guy. What? I am.
We all love the fun guy, too.
They look
Yeah.
like fun guys.
Yeah.
And also, there's a lot of cool new story content coming up, like Faruzan's Hangout and Dia's Story Quest, and also the whole Dainsliv Conria thing. That's gonna expand the world of Tevat.
That's right.
I'm pretty excited for all that stuff. What about
Yeah.
Windbloom?
Oh, yeah, no, I'm super excited for all the Windbloom events, and Dehya and Mika, of course. I know the rhythm game is coming back, so that'll be super fun, even though I am horrible at it.
Oh, that's okay. I'll teach you.
Okay, good. Yeah, no, I need some help. But I love rhythm games. I'm just not great at them. But yeah, no, it was awesome to have you both here on the special program, and I hope everyone will enjoy all the new content coming our way in version 3.5.
Wow,
See you all in
3.5 is
game.
gonna be a very
Bye,
slow
guys.
patch.
Bye.
Okay. Should we record a video? should we record a video? Should we sing a requiem for the Dehya mains? Okay, there's a couple things then I guess we need to just talk about. We'll make it a quick one. All right? We'll make it a quick one. Let's just record it. All right? Stay alive. Stay alive. Sup everyone. We just got done watching the 3.5 special program. And as you guys can see, there's really no hip and hoppity joy in our voices. Partly because it's 4:30 a.m. and also partly because we've got some devastating news. Much like, getting drop kicked in the face when you're already down. Dehya just received the Grand Slam, the ultimate German suplex of pretty much game design when it comes to Hoyoverse. Making her kit to be as it currently is. I'm not going to talk any more about that. I've made 2 videos talking about how people have really struggled to make sense of what she is or what she does. But now stacked on top of that, she's also going to be a standard banner character. Yes, she is our what now? Is this a 7th standard banner character? We still don't have a Geo character, just letting you guys know. All right, we don't have a Geo character as a standard banner character, and I'll tell you guys why in a moment. But just let that sink in for a moment. One of, if not the most exciting characters from Sumeru is now a standard banner character. Granted, she also has a predecessor. Along with her, the other Sumeru characters that were teased were like Tignari, Nilou, Alhaitham, Nilou, and then Sino and her, right? Tignari was also a standard banner character, but Tignari is different from Dehya in many ways, in that Tignari is a Dendro character. He was essentially the first Dendro character apart from the Dendro MC, right? Like at the time, we're pretty much only have, but at the time we only had Tignari to lean on and rely on and to experiment Dendro with. And I'm talking about this from a business perspective, meaning that Tignari was first of his kind. Now, this actually leans me into believing, all right, here's where we're going to talk a little bit of copium theory. Listen, people, you really got to just suspend your disbeliefs. You really just got to suspend your beliefs for just a couple moments here, and I'll try to make sense of this for you guys, all right? From Hoyoverse's perspective, I'll try. So think about it like this. I believe there's the old traditional characters, and then there's going to be a line of new characters. And personally, I've made a video talking about how Dehya is not, and I repeat, not your traditional Pyro character. And in fact, the reality is she's being put on the standard banner, even though Diluc is already on the standard banner, should point towards that. Okay? So listen, I know we're reaching. I know we're reaching. And at this point, I'm not trying to sell you on Dehya, and I'm not trying to say she's a good character. I'm just saying she's different. That's all I'm trying to convince you guys, that she is a different type of Pyro character. I made an entire video talking about it. I'll have it on screen if you guys are curious as to what the hell I'm talking about. But right now, I think Hoyoverse is setting up for that new playstyle. You're not going to see any hints of it just yet. Whoever is polling for Dehya right this very moment is going to suffer, and I cannot emphasize that enough. The people who are going to pull for and hyper invest into this character in this very patch will suffer, but they're paying the upfront cost of playing a new character that is still, by all means of the word, in development. I guess I should say by all means in the words, in development. She is not ready. It's not because her kit is lacking, it's because the Hoyoverse right now is lacking crucial pieces in the game to make her work. Okay? Now, just think about it like this. From a Hoyoverse perspective, it doesn't make sense to kill off a character that they've put the time and effort to design and hire voice actors to make a story quest, and she's such an integral part of the Sumeru storyline, right? She's been accompanying us in there. She's a very important character. She has a big role to play. It doesn't make sense to just flat out make a bad character for the sake of making a bad character. The only logical reason we can conclude that is just we don't see it yet, right? And that's why I urge everybody, if you're watching this right now, if you're planning to pull for her and you think she's really cool, I really urge you to not listen. There are people who skipped Tignari who ended up getting him while polling for Sino, polling for Alhaitham, polling for Nahida, polling for Nilou. You're going to end up getting Dehya over a long period of time. Okay? She is going to arrive in your possession, whether you like it or not, if you play this game long enough. And it actually is perfect because it's basically Hoyoverse's way of telling you, Don't pull for this character right now. Leave her be. Just let her be. Chill with Dehya. Just let her marinate. Give us time, right? We're making this so easy for you guys. We're giving her free, like, we're basically putting her into like the all you can eat buffet, pretty much. So you guys don't have to stress right now for her. If you guys pull for her and you guys go crazy for her, there's really no excuse because Hoyoverse is making it so easy to skip her. Right? Hoyoverse is making it very easy to skip this character. And I think going forward, there will be a time where Dehya is a little more sought after. However, here's the kick. She might not get a rerun. If you guys know what I mean. There's a very high chance Dehya may not get a rerun, period. Because she's a standard banner character. Where do you think I'm going with this, chat? Is the fact that if she turns out to be important somewhere down the line in the future, the only realistic way to get her if you did skip her maybe is to drop dollar bills on the standard banner. So it's FOMO, right? This is like the game Hoyoverse is playing with you. Is she going to be worthwhile down the line in the future? Or is she just going to be a very mech character? And I'll say it right now. I think she's going to be a very average character. While yes, she does lean towards a newer playstyle, it doesn't mean that there's not going to be characters that comes out in the future that facilitates that playstyle. I don't think she's going to be the end all be all of it. In fact, one character that's almost guaranteed to be the bridge between traditional Pyro characters and the new line of Pyro characters is a Pyro Archon, which is likely coming in a year and a half, maybe a year and a couple more months. Which then again leads me to believe that Dehya's role really is to play the messenger, the mediary, the character that's supposed to ease us into this new way of visualizing and experiencing Pyro characters. And that's it, right? Apart from this, we have Mika from the 3.5, which also came out from the left field. Is a attack speed buffer that also buffs physical damage, which would lead you to think, well, perfect pairing for Eula, but Eula's not in any of the reruns. It's Ayaka and Shinha. There's so many things that's happening in 3.5 that just makes me wonder, like, why now? Why make such a hard and big pivot midway? Or, I mean, we're closer towards the end of Sumeru than we are towards the beginning, but these major shifts and changes leads me to believe that Hoyoverse is now wanting to focus on some of the weak points in Genshin Impact. Melt is basically non-existent. Physical damage has been sitting 7 feet under in the casket that their entire meta is already decomposing down there. And you know what's the third thing they have to hit on this list is freaking Crystallize. I don't know when they're going to do it, but before we head into Fontaine, I hope they address it. If not in Fontaine, they have to address Crystallize, because going forward, we need a Melt, we need physical carries, and we need Crystallize to all rise up, not just one tier, but like multiple tiers to kind of catch up. They're playing catch up with the rest of the meta that has been constantly evolving. And in the case of other elements who did not evolve, they pretty much got revamped through Dendro, right? So that's where we're at right now. Is Dehya going to lean towards fixing some of these problems that I mentioned? Either Melt, Crystallize, or physical carry. Like, one of these things has to start getting fixed. And I hope it starts with Dehya, and now essentially she's going to be a more popular character. And now she's going to be a character that's much easier for people to gain access to. So maybe in the future, people are going to lean towards her. The ones who actually have her anyways. And that's it for 3.5. I know it's mostly Dehya focused, but what can I say, right? That's going to be it. I'm going to be heading to bed now, so by the time you watch this video, I'll most likely be asleep. But Thank you, chat, for staying with me all this time. And until next time, urge you to stay safe. Peace, peace. Bye bye. My goodness. Dehya, what happened? It's copium. It's copium, but I think it makes more sense than just listen. I think this makes much more sense than saying she's just a bad unit that Hoyoverse designed, and Hoyoverse had no idea what they were doing with her. The other one just doesn't make any sense, right? You're basically telling me Hoyoverse messed up big time. Right? Like, that's the other thing you're saying. Like, oh, no, Walrus, there's no plan, there's no anything. They just suck at designing characters and they don't know how to, capitalize on a popular character, and they messed up. That doesn't make any sense to me. I just don't think that is a legitimate reason for making a character like Dehya. She might get better when new Hydro units drop in Fontaine. Yeah, maybe. But remember, I said she's not designed with Hydro units in mind. She's designed with Cryo units in mind. So there might end up be a situation where a Cryo unit 5-star comes out in Fontaine, which can play Freeze, and it can play Melt, which could end up being a very valuable Cryo unit. And Dehya is the part of the puzzle that synergizes with the Melt aspect. And then Freeze is already a very matured system. That could happen. Right? Who's to say that can? And then that would also put more emphasis on Cryo characters, so that kind of solves the Melt situation. Can she even vape? I don't think she can, and I don't think she's meant to vape. It doesn't mean people won't vape with her. She can. It's not that very good, and there's gonna be better Pyro characters to vape with. That's why it's like for example, I think Xiangling will outperform her in all vape comps till the end of time. So, yeah. She can only vape with Kazuha, but not well. But the thing is, any Pyro character can vape with Kazuha, kind of, right? Like, because as long as you can swirl Pyro, you're vaping, essentially. But that's what I'm saying. Xiangling will always be a better option because Xiangling was designed for it, and she is not. Frozen Melt Burning equals Dehya or Overload and Shatter. Yeah, I think Frozen Melt Burning probably makes a little more sense than Overload and Shatter. I don't think Overload is designed to be a standalone reaction. I think Overload was designed to be like a synergy reaction with other ones. I think Overload takes a lot of what makes Dendro amazing and applied it to traditional reactions, and it's cool. It's cool seeing how Hoyoverse took inspiration from their original design and kind of fleshed it out to make a more matured version of that. Right? Vape load or over vape, like you guys like to call it, is kind of like how Hyperbloom kind of works, like spread and Hyperbloom synergies like that. But apart from that, nothing much more to say. I'm going to go edit that video and have it uploaded before I hit the bed. So yeah, till next one. Urge you to stay safe. Peace, peace. Yeah, I don't think there's any good. I don't think there's gonna be a rerun for Dehya if she's a standard banner unit. So, if you skip her now, just wait for her to spoof you, which could happen in the next banner. Could happen in years from now. You don't know this stuff. It definitely hurts. Like, it's hard to even recommend people to go for a rerun because there might not ever be one. So you guys are right. Man. I'm sorry, Dehya mains. I'm sorry.